Dear listener, today our third part of the series. We request you to please like, share and subscribe my channel for more informative videos. Thanks. Tikal National Park. Located in the heart of the jungle, Tikal National Park is one of the most significant sites of Mayan civilization. Inhabited from the 6th century BC to the 10th century AD, it features a ceremonial center with magnificent temples, palaces, public squares, and ramps, while remnants of dwellings are scattered throughout the surrounding countryside. Tikal National Park lies in northern Guatemala's Part-3 province, within the expansive Maya forest, which extends into Mexico and Belize. As part of the Maya Biosphere Reserve, the park spans 57,600 hectares of wetlands, savannas, and tropical forests. It is one of the few World Heritage Sites recognized for both natural and cultural significance, offering extraordinary biodiversity and archaeological importance. The region supports diverse ecosystems that harbor rare wildlife, including jaguars, pumas, anteaters, and over 300 bird species. More than 200 tree species and 2,000 higher plants have been documented in this vibrant habitat. Archaeological significance. Tikal was a major pre-Columbian political, economic, and military center. Its urban core spans approximately 400 hectares, featuring monumental architecture such as palaces, temples, ceremonial platforms, residences, ball courts, terraces, roads, and plazas. Hieroglyphic inscriptions on stone carvings and murals reveal the city's dynastic history and its connections with other Mayan centers, including Teotihuacan and Calakmul in Mexico, Copan in Honduras, and Caracol in Belize. The wider archaeological zone, covering 1,200 hectares, includes residential areas and ancient water reservoirs known as aguadas. Beyond this, over 25 secondary sites historically functioned as protective outposts and trade checkpoints while supporting agricultural production for Tikal's dense population. Ongoing research has uncovered sophisticated engineering, artistic, and intellectual advancements from early settlement 800 BC. To the city's decline around 900 AD. Notable structures include the Great Plaza, the Lost World Complex, and twin pyramid complexes, as well as ball courts and irrigation systems. UNESCO World Heritage Criteria. Tikal National Park is recognized under several UNESCO criteria. Criterion I. The park exemplifies Mayan architectural and artistic genius, incorporating symbolic elements like pyramids representing mountains, and serving as a stage for cosmological and theatrical representations. Criterion 3, the park contains exceptional records spanning 1,161 years 292 BC to 869 AD, documenting the lives of 33 rulers through hieroglyphic inscriptions on monuments like Stela 29 dated 292 and Stela 11 dated 869. Criterion 4, Tikal's remains illustrate the cultural evolution from hunter-gathering to an advanced society with complex religious, artistic, and scientific achievements. The site's urban layout reflects its political, social, and economic structures. Criterion 9, the Maya forest's diverse ecosystems showcase ongoing biological and ecological processes, supporting conservation efforts for a wide variety of flora and fauna. Criterion X, Tikal is home to an impressive biodiversity, including over 2,000 plant species, 100 mammal species, and 330 bird species, many of which are endangered or vulnerable. Conservation and challenges. The 57,600-hectare national park provides crucial protection for the archaeological and ecological treasures of Tikal. However, challenges such as weathering, illegal looting, and the impacts of a tropical climate threaten the integrity of the remains. Preservation efforts must address these issues while maintaining authenticity through traditional materials and techniques. Tourism also presents potential risks. To balance conservation with visitor access, strong regulatory measures are required to manage infrastructure development and ensure the site's authenticity remains intact. Conclusion. Tikal National Park is a remarkable testament to Mayan civilization and ecological richness. Its blend of cultural and natural significance makes it an unparalleled site of historical and environmental importance. Sustained conservation efforts, combined with responsible tourism management, will ensure its legacy endures for future generations. Angkor Archaeological Park. Angkor, located in Cambodia's northern Siem Reap province, is one of Southeast Asia's most significant archaeological sites. Spanning approximately 400 square kilometers, the park encompasses the remains of multiple Khmer Empire capitals from the 9th to the 15th centuries. It features an extraordinary collection of temples, hydraulic structures, basins, dikes, reservoirs, and canals, and historic communication routes. Among its most renowned monuments are Angkor Wat, the Bayon Temple at Angkor Thom, Preah Khan, and Ta Prohm, which exemplify Khmer architecture and are deeply intertwined with both geographical and symbolic significance. For centuries, Angkor served as the heart of the Khmer kingdom, reflecting an advanced level of social organization and urban planning. The temples and surrounding infrastructure stand as a testament to the empire's cultural, religious, and artistic achievements. The site remains inhabited, with many villages, some tracing their ancestry back to the Angkor period, engaged primarily in agriculture, particularly rice cultivation. UNESCO World Heritage Criteria. Criterion I. The Angkor complex represents the full spectrum of Khmer artistic expression from the 9th to the 14th centuries, featuring masterpieces such as Angkor Wat, the Bayon, and Banti Isre. Criterion II. Khmer art, developed at Angkor, profoundly influenced much of Southeast Asia, shaping the region's architectural and artistic evolution. Criterion III. As the political and cultural center of the Khmer Empire, Angkor played a crucial role in shaping the history of Southeast Asia. Today, its impressive cult structures remain the most tangible legacy of that civilization. Criterion IV. Khmer architecture, while initially influenced by Indian traditions, developed its own distinctive characteristics, blending indigenous and neighboring cultural elements to create a unique and influential artistic tradition. Integrity. The Angkor complex retains all major architectural and hydraulic structures from the Khmer period, including its extensive canal and reservoir systems, many of which remain intact today. These elements reflect the grandeur of the empire's once thriving cities. However, the site faces pressures from, 1. Endogenous factors. More than 100,000 inhabitants across 112 historic settlements seek to expand their dwellings within the park. 2. Exogenous factors. The growing proximity of Siem Reap, a major tourism hub, presents challenges for site management and preservation. Authenticity. Despite extensive conservation efforts, including those by the École Française d'Extrême Orient EFEO, the Archaeological Survey of India, the Polish conservation body PKZ, and the World Monuments Fund, the authenticity of Angkor's monuments has largely been preserved. Past restoration work has had minimal impact on the site's overall integrity, ensuring that the aesthetic and historical impression of the monuments remains intact. Protection and management. Angkor is legally protected under several key Cambodian regulations, including Royal Decree on Zoning 1994 and the Law on Natural and Cultural Heritage Protection 1996. Creation of Apsara National Authority 1995 for Site Management and Protection. Government Decision No. 70 SSR 2004 confirming state ownership of all land in protected zones 1 and 2. Subdecree No. 50 Ank BK 2008 establishing a Department of Land Use and Habitat Management within Apsara. To clarify ownership and construction regulations within protected zones, boundary markers were placed in 2004, 2009, and finalized in 2012. The International Coordinating Committee for the Safeguarding and Development of Angkor ICC Angkor was established in 1993 to oversee scientific, restoration, and conservation efforts. It ensures consistency across projects, sets technical and financial guidelines, and alerts stakeholders to emerging concerns. Through these coordinated efforts, the property was successfully removed from the World Heritage List in danger in 2004. Conclusion. Angkor stands as an unparalleled cultural and historical treasure, reflecting the grandeur of the Khmer Empire. While ongoing conservation efforts have been largely successful, balancing preservation with the pressures of habitation and tourism remains a critical challenge. With continued protection and sustainable management, Angkor will endure as a vital heritage site for future generations. Archaeological ruins at Moenjodaro. The ruins of the huge city of Moenjodaro, built entirely of unbaked brick in the 3rd millennium BC, lie in the Indus Valley. The Acropolis, set on high embankments, the ramparts, and the lower town, which is laid out according to strict rules, provide evidence of an early system of town planning. The archaeological ruins at Moenjodaro. The archaeological ruins at Moenjodaro are the best preserved urban settlement in South Asia, dating back to the early 3rd millennium BC. This metropolis played a significant role in the urbanization of the Indian subcontinent and was a cornerstone of the Indus civilization, one of the world's 3 great ancient civilizations. Located on the right bank of the Indus River, approximately 510 kilometers northeast of Karachi and 28 kilometers from Larkana city in Pakistan's Sindh province, Moenjodaro offers invaluable insight into the customs, art, religion, and administrative prowess of its inhabitants. Urban planning and architecture. The city, predominantly built with baked bricks, features sophisticated infrastructure, including public baths, a college of priests, an advanced drainage system, wells, soak pits for sewage disposal, and a vast granary. These elements highlight a well-organized civic, economic, social, and cultural system, indicating Moenjodaro's status as a major urban center. Moenjodaro consists of 2 primary sectors. The Citadel West, this elevated area contains a Buddhist stupa, constructed with unbaked bricks over the ruins of Moenjodaro in the 2nd century AD. The lower city east, these ruins extend along the banks of the Indus River and showcase a highly systematic urban layout. Buildings are arranged along streets that intersect at right angles, demonstrating advanced city planning, including sanitation and drainage systems. UNESCO criteria for outstanding universal value. Criterion 2, Moenjodaro represents the earliest known example of planned urbanization on the Indian subcontinent and significantly influenced subsequent human settlements in the region. Criterion 3, as the most ancient and best preserved urban ruin in the Indus Valley, Moenjodaro offers exceptional testimony to the civilization's achievements in planning, architecture, and governance. Integrity. The site spans 240 hectares, with only 1/3 excavated since its discovery in 1922. While all essential attributes remain intact within its boundaries, Moenjodaro faces significant threats from saline action due to rising water levels in the Indus River. A UNESCO-led international campaign in the 1970s helped mitigate some of these effects, but continued preservation efforts are necessary. Authenticity. The ruins retain their outstanding universal value through their original planning, form, design, materials, and location. However, the surrounding environment is increasingly vulnerable to developmental pressures. Protection and management. Moenjodaro is protected under the Antiquities Act of 1975, which safeguards the site from damage, looting, and encroachment. The management system ensures the protection and conservation of attributes critical to its outstanding universal value. A comprehensive master plan has been developed to define the full extent of the archaeological area. Following the 18th Amendment to the Constitution 2010, the responsibility for its upkeep has been transferred from the Federal Department of Archaeology to the Culture Department of the Government of Sindh. Conservation and threat mitigation. A dedicated site office and scientific laboratory address conservation challenges such as salt action, thermal stress, and rain through techniques like mud slurry application, repointing, and underpinning to preserve authenticity and integrity. Additionally, flood protection measures, including embankments and spurs, have been implemented. However, a breach in the upstream dam could cause severe damage, prompting regular monitoring and appeals for funding from government bodies, NGOs, and international donors to strengthen protective infrastructure. Moenjodaro remains a vital link to the past, offering invaluable insights into one of the earliest and most sophisticated urban civilizations in human history.